Welcome back everyone. On this episode, we talk folding mirror retrofit kits. All Australian delivered Mark 7 Golfs, now I'm talking pre-facelift, so that's 2013 to 2017, so before the 7.5. From what I'm aware, they did not come with the folding mirror kits at all as an option from factory. So there were a few dealers that were doing it, but they were not from the factory. They were done here at the dealers. Now, this retrofit is getting quite popular, and I do get quite a few questions on it. So that's why I thought what sparked this video, and that's why we thought we'd go ahead with it and basically just answer a few questions and explain the retrofit itself and what's involved. Now, the kit involves complete replacements of the mirror assemblies. Now, that's on both sides, so because the motors are inbuilt into the assembly, and no, from what we've seen, there is no way to retrofit the motors into your assembly. It's a complete unit. So that's why the kit involves both sides, and then it will involve the switch on the for the interior that will replace current switching that you have in the car, and also in some models it will also replace the door module. Now, specifically, the door module affects lower spec Golf, so I think it's most of them, if not all, the TSI models that basically don't have the leather and heated seats. I think from what we are aware of. We do need your VIN to confirm that though, so that's the easiest way for us to confirm what spec it is. So from what we've seen, it's the lower spec TSI models and some early GDIs. So that's something that's per case. We have seen some work, some have the right module, door module, and others not. So it's something to keep an eye out for, and if you are getting it from somewhere else, just ask that question just to make sure you are getting everything you need. Now, also on that, the caps and things. So the white caps. So I'll show you behind. You probably can't see it behind me, but the coloured caps on the front-facing side of the mirror, they're not included in the kits because obviously you're using the same cap that you've got, and obviously there are many colours. So to get one colour matched to your car is quite a difficult task. So it's much easier to use the same one. Remove the original one and put that original one back onto the car after the install is complete. The other thing too is in some cases it is wary to get the folding mirror kits that also include the blind spot detection if your car has it. That is a separate retrofit in itself, and it is quite an in-depth retrofit. It involves putting sensors in bumpers and things like that. So I'm not going to go into detail about that. But from what I'm aware, most Mark 7s didn't have that option, so that's something we don't need to be aware of. But just in case you are doing it for a 7.5 or anything, it does follow the same principle, but you just need to make sure you've got the glass mirror, and also the actual assembly has the provisions for the blind spot indicator. Also, too, a cool little thing on these units is that they include the puddle lights at the bottom of the assembly. This is an LED light that lights up the ground around the mirror. So it is something that's quite handy, especially at night when you're unlocking or locking the car, especially all the car, the lights all around the car light up. So it does make it easier to try and get to the front door, to the driver's side door, especially when it's raining and there's paddle, and you're trying to negotiate paddles and things near the car. So yeah, it's not a bad option there. Just on this, guys, there is also a fair bit of coding involved. Now, there is coding in several different modules. There is coding in several different modules, rather. From right-hand drive from the driver's door to the passenger's door to also to I think it's the body control module. There's quite a few places. I don't remember it all. Don't think I do. I follow a list that I've got for each mod. So yeah, there is complex coding involved. Not complex, sorry, but there is in-depth coding when it comes to where you need to make the changes. And if you don't make the change in the right place, you might have an issue where everything doesn't work or certain features aren't working right when it comes to unlocking and locking and turning the puddle lights on when you would like the puddle lights to be switched on. So yeah, that's something that I do recommend to leave to the guys, or at least find a guide online that you can follow and you're confidently following. But as always, I do recommend taking a backup first of before you make any changes, just so if you do then need help afterwards, like you need to come to me afterwards or whatever, I can see the backup, or you do have the backup of the original coding, because it does take a bit of time to reverse engineer the mistake, which needs to happen first before we can then apply the coding. So if you can make that first stage much easier on us, we can be in and out very quickly, and that's less. That's a smaller charge for you, and that's something that everybody wins, for you guys to get that install completed. So just two last things I'd like to mention before we head to the install is that we are rebuilding our website. We've got a new platform coming online, which will be a lot more interactive to assist in the explanation of retrofits and how they work and what parts are required for for different mods. But it's something we do get a question on, especially with the videos I've seen are helping, but we also want to go a bit further and explain it basically in writing so you can see it in front of you. So when you're going to someone who's going to supply you the parts, you've got actual, something written down that you need X, Y, Z to be able to complete this retrofit in your own car. Okay, and lastly, as always, if there's any questions about this video or coding related or anything specific you want more information on, we don't touch on the details of the installation or details of the coding. But if you do need help on it, do send us a message. We are happy to help. We're not trying to hide it or anything like that. So don't be afraid. Shoot us a message through our socials, through an email address. It'll all be in the description below. We are always happy to help. Okay, let's get straight into the video and enjoy. Thanks.